Hi there, this is Dr. Noel. I hope you have already watched the first part of the video where I explain the overview and the workflow on how we can use Aspen Process Economic Analyzer. In this video, I will provide an example, a demonstration on how we can use Aspen Process Economic Analyzer. So in this example, I'll be using this process, dehydration of a natural gas stream using triethylene glycol. Okay, so I have created the Aspen HYSYS simulation steady state model. So let me open. Okay, so this is the Aspen HYSYS simulation file that I've created for this demonstration. So the first task is to complete the Aspen HYSYS simulation. You need to ensure that there's no errors, and then all the streams are fully defined and all the unit operations are fully defined. So how do we know that? How do we know that is by looking at the stream colors. So all the stream colors, the material stream colors must be dark blue color, and then for the unit operation, all the unit operation must be gray color. Okay, once you have this, then you can continue to task number 2. Okay, task number 2 is where we activate the economics, okay, where we activate the Aspen Process Economic Analyzer. So how do we perform this? So we select the economic tabs, and then we tick the economics active option. Once we select this, then the buttons next to it, example map size, view equipment, and evaluate, will be activated. If we don't tick this, then all these buttons will be grayed out. We cannot select them. Okay, after we have activate the economics, now we click on the cost option, and then this is where we will add the template. Okay, so for CP5062 we'll be using the US template. Okay, how do you select the template? You click browse, okay, and then you add the template. Okay, we'll be using US IP template, and then now this is where you have to define the costing simulation that you will do. So in this example, in the scenario, I name the scenario as run 01, and then in the description I'll put estimated by Noel the Handsome. Okay, and then for the operating life of the plant, here I'm using 10 years, which is it's too short. Okay, so please don't type 10 years when you perform your economic evaluation. And then the length of the plant startup, here I set as 0.1 years, so it's around 5 to 6 weeks. Again, this is not correct. You have to do your own research on what is a common length of a plant startup. Okay, and then the start of the basic engineering, I define this as the start date of next year, so in this case 1st of January 2022. And then the operational years is basically the number of hours within 1 year. Okay, you don't need to change this operational year. Okay, so now let's do it in Aspen HYSYS. Okay, so the first step, we click on the economics, okay, and then we tick the economics active. Okay, now you can see all the buttons will become activated. Okay, so now we select cost option. Okay, and then select the template. Okay, there are many templates. Okay, in this example I'll just use IP. I think it's for your case, please use metric. Okay, so I'll just use US IP. So select, okay, open. Okay, so I rename the scenario as run 1. Okay, and then estimated by Noel the Handsome. Operating life of the plant is 10 years. Okay, and then the plant startup is 0.1 years. Okay, start of basic engineering will be 1st of January 2022. Okay, and then that's it. After you are done, you can close this window. Okay, now we'll move on to task number 3, which is to define the raw material prices and product prices. So how do we do that? Okay, on the top left corner, we click on the stream price. Okay, and then the model summary grid will appear, and then select the feed stream, and then you can type what is the feed price, and then you can do the same for the product stream. Now, most of the resources, they will show the prices of the chemicals using mass flow. So you need to change the basis from molar flow into mass flow. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's open our simulation. So we select stream price. Okay, and then select the feed stream. Okay, and then change the basis into mass flow. Okay, let's say my feed gas price is 200 US dollar per ton. Okay, in this case the unit is cost per ton. This cost is linked to the template. The template that we are using here is a US IP template, so it will be using US dollar. So if we use Japanese template, it will be Japanese yen. If we are using UK template, it will be British pound. Okay, so in this case US template will be US dollar, so the price is 200 US dollar per ton. Okay, 200, and then the makeup TG also the same, 200 US dollar per ton. Okay, next is the price of the product stream. Let's say the okay, again you have to change the basis into mass. Let's say the price of the sales gas is 300 US dollar per ton. Okay, let me select 300. While the sour gas, I'm assuming it has no value, so 0, but in reality there are values, so you need to research what are the prices of these chemicals. Okay, so in this case I just want to demonstrate how to use the software, so I'll just use 0. And then for the liquid stream, there's no mass flow. Okay, 0, so you can just leave it empty. Okay, once you have completed that, that means you have performed task number 3. How about utilities? APA comes with default pricing for the utilities, for the steam, different types of steam, cooling water, electricity, etc. You can use the default values in HYSYS. Okay, now let's move on to task number 4, where we need to map the unit operation models. So how do we perform that? Okay, let's go back to our HYSYS simulation. So now we click on the map button. Okay, once we click on the map button, it will perform an operation. Then the map option window will appear, so we select map all unit operation, and then we'll be using the default as a basis because this is our first time running the APA. If we have run APA previously in this HYSYS simulation, then we can select last mapping. Okay, so we select OK. Okay, then a new window will appear. This is the map preview window where we can map the type of equipment in APA that will be matched with the unit operation that we use in the Aspen HYSYS. Okay, so these are all the default type of equipment. You can make the necessary changes. Okay, for example here, let me select show my flow sheet. Okay, component cool heater. My component cool is this unit operation. Okay, this component cool is actually a heater. Okay, so APA select TIMA shell and tube heat exchanger as the type of equipment for this component cool unit operation. Okay, another example is the condenser at TEG regenerator. So it means this one. Okay, TEG regenerator is this unit operation in HYSYS, and then the default type for the condenser is a TIMA shell and tube exchanger, and then for the recycle drum is the horizontal drum, and then for the pump is a centrifugal pump. Okay, so for the sake of demonstration, I will just use the default equipment type. So click OK. Okay, once we click OK, you can see here the mapping will show as done. Okay, so once we have done the mapping, now we can move on to the next step, which is sizing and evaluate. Okay, so after we select the type of equipment, now we will allow APA to perform the sizing of those equipment and then evaluate the costing of those equipment. Okay, so how do we perform that? So now we click on the size button. Okay, we click on the size button, then APA will perform the sizing calculation. Okay, and then you will see here the sizing now is already done. Now the next step is evaluation. Okay, so we click on the evaluate, then APA will perform the costing calculation. Okay, done. So mapping, sizing, evaluation is completed. Okay, so now if you want to see the result, we click on view equipment. Okay, once we click view equipment, a new tab will appear. Here there's total operating cost, total raw materials, total product sales, but the total capital cost, total utility cost, equipment cost, total install costs are all empty. Okay, and then on the top here, right, in this ribbon, we will see there's a yellow sign also showing that potentially there's an error in the economic simulation. So because there's no result for the equipment cost, likely the error is in the equipment. So we have to check one by one. Okay, so if we click on the equipment tab, then we can see the error is on the condenser at TEG. Okay, what is the error? You can read the error message here, and then if you go directly to the TIMA heat exchanger, then you will see the error here. Okay, so what's likely the error? The error is because the default condenser uses shell and tube heat exchanger, but the condenser in this simulation have a very low duty. Okay, very low duty, therefore a very low heat transfer area, and also the feed that enters the condenser is very low. Okay, is around 1 kg/mole per hour. So how can we resolve this error? Okay, so how can we resolve this error is we have to select another type of equipment for the condenser. So how can we do this? We have to go back to the map. Okay, let's say now we can select the basis as last mapping. Okay, click OK. Now this is where we change the type of condenser. So the condenser is this. Okay, so previously it was TIMA shell and tube exchanger, so now we want to change this. So how to change this? We click on this. Okay, process equipment, we select heat exchangers, heaters. Okay, select heat exchanger. Now because it's a very small heat transfer area, then we can select a pre-engineered standard U-tube exchanger. Okay, once you select this, press OK. So now the type of heat exchanger used in the condenser is no longer shell and tube heat exchanger, but it's a pre-engineered U-tube exchanger. That means it's a customized U-tube exchanger. Okay, once you have done that, click OK. Okay, now you can see there's still an error sign. Okay, if we and then you will see a new tab will appear, which is the pre-engineered heat exchanger. Here, the condenser. Okay, but we haven't done the sizing, so we have changed the type. Now we have to do the sizing, so we have to click the size so that the sizing can be done, and then evaluate. Okay, so now there's still error. Okay, the error is still in the condenser. Okay, so how can we resolve this? The heat transfer area. Okay, so let me, because it's a customized heat exchanger, okay, so I can customize it so to 0.4, okay, 0.4 meter square, and then I can make the extended tube length shorter to 4 meter. Okay, now this one actually we changed the sizing, so now we have changed the sizing. Now we have to click evaluate so that APA will perform the new costing calculation. Okay, we click on evaluate. Okay, now you can see there's no more error message, and then here in this ribbon change into a thick green color, so that means we have completed the economic evaluation. Okay, there's no more error. Okay, if you look at the summary, you will see the total capital cost appear, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to see the entire economic analysis, we can just click on this investment analysis button. Okay, once we click on this, then a series of Excel tab will appear. Okay, let's click this. Okay, so this is the detailed economic evaluation consolidated in a single Microsoft Excel file. Okay, you can look at the executive summary. Okay, you can look at the cash flow. Okay, you scroll down the cash flow all the way, you can see how the cash flow changes on a yearly basis. Okay, expenses, operating costs, the revenue, and then some of the project evaluation terminologies that we have taught you in the RISE package. For example, the net present value, internal rate of return, payout period or payback period, profitability index, so on and so forth. Okay, then the project summary, so on and so forth. So use this to help you to decide when you are comparing different processes, when you are doing an economic analysis. Use this result to help you decide on the best process. Okay, so with that, I will end the video. Remember, you need to explore. Okay, you need to explore. If you are stuck, always make use of the help section in Aspen HYSYS. Okay, click on the show help. Okay, then you can search using some of the keywords, and then please read it. Okay, if you're lazy to read, then you will not gain knowledge. Okay, so please make it a habit to read. Okay, so with that, I will end the video. Thank you.